Travel Diaries is a childhood dream, and of course I'm ready. East, wait for me. I've been waiting for my well-deserved vacation for a very long time, and I'm glad that I will set forth journey. We together with the guys discussed and decided that we will come up with a program for our trip. I don't yet know what city will drop out of me, but I'm sure that I will add a note of creativity there. I finally go to my homeland, to Uzbekistan, and this trip differs from all previous ones because my friends go with me. This holiday, friends will spend together in sunny Uzbekistan. 3 cities, 3 unique roads: Tashkent, Samarkand, and Bukhara. Feel the new taste of bright, real impressions.
Watch today in our program. Bukhara is a city of craftsmen who are in love with crafts. Labyrinths of the Bazaar of the East. Wonderful things. The old city of the great Silk Road epoch. Since I had to surprise my friend from Tashkent, I tried to find sacred Tashkent places, such as the House Museum of Yunus Rajabi.
Места как дом-музей Юнуса Раджаби.
And most of all, I was delighted by the fact that my friends liked Tashkent. I saw those shining eyes, and the guys were like a sponge, ready to take and absorb everything that hospitable Tashkent had to offer. It was really cool. I was so pleased. Last time I visited, I went karting. Well, I don't know, 6 years ago, maybe 10, with my brother, as a child. By the way, Ravshan often tells us about the beauties of Uzbekistan, and I think that we are very lucky, because first, we will spend time with our friends, and second, Ravshan will act as our guide. On a high-speed train named after the ancient king of Afrosiab, our 3 travelers, within a few hours, reach the next point of our trip, Bukhara. Oh, come in. Not bad. Whoa, yeah, we have just arrived, but I already like this hotel. I think we gotta stop here.
Ого-го. Фу. Марс? Ровш, привет.
Mars? Rovsh? Hello. Salam. So, what are your first impressions? Great. Very relaxing. How do you like this fresh air? Super relaxing. You know, we are in the center of the old city. There are no cars here. So, it's pretty quiet and fresh. One should adopt this habit. Yes, look at the beauty down the street. I suggest to go for a walk, because there are unique things that I would like to show you. Well, yes, and Sultan seems to be hungry. By the way, let's invite Sultan too, come on. Yes, alright, I'll wake him up. Sultan, come on, get up, let's go. The fun has just begun, because we are in the heart of old Bukhara, and this is very surprising. I'm torn to pieces because I don't know where to start. It's beautiful there. It's great. And here, I cannot make a choice. And there is a smithy. Maybe there? Here's a smithy, yes. Here you can see what Bukhara craftsmen are doing. See these knives I'm making. You can even punch sharp spots. Not to be scared. But this is another souvenir knife. You see, the sheath of the saber is made out of snake skin. Really? No, we put them up. Is it? Sheath, right? What a beautiful thing. Look, yes, mini saber. Can I take it? Of course. Thanks. Only you can take it. Yes, you're right. Maybe we'll try another one. For example, this one. Oh, but this is a kitchen knife, I think. Chop stuffing or what? No, it's for hunting. No, in fact, it is for, like, cabbage shredder. Okay, it was nice meeting you, thank you. I will make sure to drop by again. We are in the old city. This is the heart of Bukhara. Everything is beautiful here. You can see the minarets. Look, you just have to turn around. When we arrived, it was dark, and now we can see them. I would like to climb up and see the whole city, right? Yeah. It seems like that's for engraving. What? Engraving? These guys are all in order to make flatbreads. Yeah, get their own pattern. Exactly. These are, yeah, for them to keep their patterns in beauty. Just create to ensure that the middle of the flatbread will be stamped. I first thought it was to make messages, but when I saw the patterns, I started doubting it. No, you can see that is for flatbread. Well, for you, yes, it's easier to see, of course. I never paid attention to this before. I always thought about how this is done, but I never thought that it's made like this. Here, we can see better. Yes, a big flat bread. Here's a bread. We must understand that this is not so easy. This is the center. This is the center, yes, but if we talk about small patterns, then not necessarily. There can be several in a circle. Salam alaikum. Here you see, these are gold embroidered headdresses. I told you about it. These stencils are cut out by scissors, and then the whole thing is embroidered with gold threads. Your Tobatekas are very different from these. I think they are different. Ours, yes. I think so. Ours are more like this, I would say. I'm scared to imagine how many years are these headdresses. How much? 150? No, 80, 70. Any 70 years. What I like most are Uzbek dishes. It is... But we ate the pilaf, right? Yeah. They are so beautifully made. And they are worried that we may be late. Therefore, I recommend you to hurry. Okay, let's go. We can enjoy the souvenirs a little later. There are plenty of them here. Palantines. Pictures. Each of you can take a part of Bukhara with you. Oh my God, here's a gallery. The spirit of the bazaar, east, of the Oriental bazaar. So, promise me that once you snack your human food, we'll go. Here's a gallery. I need to check it out, and I also need to eat. This dome is called the Telpak Fushan. Telpak is a translation from the Tajik winter hat. Yes. Yep. I will try to explain. And in this dome, there were shops of sellers who were engaged in manufacturing, sewed hats, and sold them here. That's why it's called that way. One of the domes is called Toki Zargaro, and there the jewelers ruled. Excellent. I think here the locals hid from the heat in case of hot weather. Here you see caps, hats, caps. Exactly. Musical instruments. Musical instruments, yes. Juder. I see juder. What is a juder? Yes, it is. Modern caps. Sultan. Aha, Kyrgyzstan. Oh, that's what I need. Palantine. I like them very much. My sister is crazy about them. I have scarves somewhere, around 8 or 12. So well, Layabi house is right on the way, guys. Here's Layabi house. This is the same restaurant in which they sell the Alatsk Samsa. And that tree, to which we will certainly come closer, is the same mulberry tree, which I talked about. It was planted in 1947, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, we'll see. Just look at this plate. Yes, that is, are you talking about the distant one or the near one? Nearest one. Certainly too early, yes. But, in my opinion, the oldest. You can even see by its form. Now it's winter, leaves fell off. But in summer, in spring, and even in the fall, I was here in October, it's green. I mean, this tree. Cool. Over there is a monument to the well-known Bukhara sage, Hora Nasser, the hero of numerous anecdotes. Ah, like our Aldar Kosei, absolutely right. That's exactly what I wanted to say, because I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch cartoons about Aldar Kosei. They are colleagues with Hoja Nasser. Colleague? Yes, they are. Colleague. Well, let's try. Let's go try our luck. Rafshan. Yes, I have a question. I like everything, but has your program already begun? My program started, I think, as soon as we got here. Even as soon as we boarded the train. As soon as I first began to promise you the most delicious things in Bukhara. Interesting. You can also go down. Oh, I think it's better. I don't even know how it is nowadays. But when I was a child, I would come here and swim along with other boys. Some brave guys would even dive from this tree. Wow. It looked very much, of course. Is it dangerous? And extreme? And what is this gull? No? It's a duck. Duck? It's a duck. Duck lives here. Ducks. Yes, they come in the summer when it's warm, when there are tables here, but now you can see how they are begging for food from the guests. And this is a willow, right? It's a willow, yes. Majnan tall. If we speak about the Uzbek language, then in Uzbek, this tree has a masculine gender. It is Majnan tall. He was such a character. He was sad, he was in love, a personal tragedy, and because of the appearance of the willow, he probably bent over the river. Well, yes, weeping. He was sad, and the tree got such a name. Majnan tall. Yes, Majnan. Layla Majnan. You know her probably. Well, a weeping willow, it was called differently. We have a willow in the center of Almaty. Oh yeah? Near the monument of Kazakhstan. No, it's just that it's very big. So, what? Let's try to get in? Oh, they're waiting for us. The smell. It smells good again, doesn't it? Again, it smells good. We have to eat. It smells kebabs, but we will try to go there, because it is very interesting for us. Salam alaikum. I do not want to say that I have bad news, but Samsa, whom I told you so much about, unfortunately is not ready today. Bukhara is a seasonal city, my friends, but this news should not upset you. First, it is a good reason to return to Bukhara in the spring. And secondly, I don't want you to feel guilty. I'm inviting you guys to Koza Sherva. What is it? What is it? A sopa, which is prepared in a pot. Well, if this can be attributed to the peculiarities of Bukhara, then let's try it. Very tasty, warming, and memorable. I don't doubt it. And Samsa, which you told us about, isn't it better? They are similar meals. It is worth tasting. Come on. Well, I trust you.
Whew.
Here we are inside. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Wow, indeed. This is Bukhara. Look at these walls. Look at these mirrors. Peacocks again. Well, did the Sultan feel like a sultan? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for real. Wow, feels like at home. And the chairs are so cool. Look, embroidery. Roses and everything is so cool. Chambers for the Tsars, at the very least, yeah. Oh, alright. So what? Now we will make the order. Look what kind of paintings there are on the wall. And Koza Sherva will display all its flavors.
Покажет себя с самой лучшей стороны.
How? Koza Sherva. A koza is a pot, and the meal is cooked in it. You understand, yes? All ingredients are laid in raw form, filled with water, and then put in the oven. After several hours, the dish begins to emit such strong flavors, at which point everyone understands that it's perfectly ready.
Все прекрасно понимают о том, что оно готово.
Oh, good afternoon. Thank you. Salam alaikum. Ravshan? Oh, so it's customary. What do you mean? We did not order anything, but they already gave us these. This is Bukhara hospitality. Well, if the taster is already here, then I recommend Koza Sherva to the guys. We're really looking forward to, in order to understand what it is. I honestly don't even know what to expect. I'll just be sitting and enjoying, yeah, of course. How people like to say on the internet? F. Fantastic. That is fantastic. So, I already like it. Because, hospitality again. I understood that Uzbeks are the most friendly and hospitable people, unlike others. We just sit down, they offer the bread. Whoever sees us chewing always wishes us to enjoy our meal. And about how is it again? Koza Sherva? Koza Sherva. A koza is a pot. Are we going to eat straight from the pot? Yes. Is this a feature? It's specific to the dish, probably. Not even specific, it rather refers to the recipe. Because it's prepared in a clay pot, it acquires quite distinct flavors. And all the ingredients laid in this pot are prepared in a different way. Not as it happens in the cauldron or in the pan. It will be noticeable, both in its taste and in its flavor. And most importantly, if you come here hungry and you think only of food, please, my friend, here you can distract yourself. Because a painting, and imagine a pot on the window in the form of a kettle. Have you ever seen a pot in the form of a teapot? That's cool. I did not even see this in Almaty. Here you are, sir. Great, thank you. Is it different from Tashkent tea? Well, in Bukhara they love green tea. Apparently it's because of the climate, because the summer is quite hot here. Therefore, most of Bukhara residents prefer to drink green tea. And of course, you can find absolutely any sort of tea here. And as I said, I really want us to visit the tea house on the way back. Silk Road Tea House, because they serve very tasty teas. More than 7 kinds of teas, if I'm not mistaken, with different spices, seasonings, and sweets. Well, sweet things then, sweets. Ginger tea, tea with cinnamon, tea with honey, with nawat, halva, butter crunch, tea house. I can talk about it forever. Yes, tea. But it's better to look and try. Yes, because so far I've only eaten meat here. But here's something for tea. And it isn't good to drink tea without sweet. I like it, that they only feed us with meat. But your culture, actually, are close to each other. The science of drinking tea, pouring it properly. For example, I was always told to pour up to a goal line, and here they say that it's disrespectful. Well, I pour tea respectfully, because if you pour a full teacup to a guest, the guest may think that you want to get rid of him as fast as possible. You wanted tea, here it is, drink it, and go away. So there is this implicit understanding into it. Yeah. And don't try to find any hidden meaning. The tea is poured respectfully. If I am not full of tea, I'm not going anywhere. This is a good trait. I love her. I want to eat so much. Can I have bread? And what kind of pattern is it? Of course. By the way, here's a pattern, yes, on the flatbread. Yes, that's what we saw. The middle of the bread is just imprinted, with those patterns that we saw in the first dome. Oh, if we did not have the habit of waking up so late, we would have tried a real Bukhara breakfast, because here the kaimak is completely different. That kaimak, which can be found in Tashkent and other cities, Bukhara residents call it a raw kaimak. And here it is boiled. You get boiled milk, from which the foam is then removed. The foam is then saved in a large pot. And as soon as it fills up, they put it in the dastarkhan, and the whole family can enjoy this fancy breakfast. A hot cake and a kaimak duo is amazing. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Long awaited, beloved, delicious. I need to smell it. Wow, I need to smell it. Wow, are these pots? Yes. How should we eat it?
Это глиняные горшки? Да.
Мне интересно, это как?
Вот смотри.
Here, look at me. All the hard ingredients inside the pot, it needs to be mixed, right? No, not necessarily. Here, look. You take it here and put it on another plate. To remove, it cools down, waits for its moment. It seems to me that with a spoon it will be quite easier. Well, with a spoon you can grab a little extra soup. Do we need to get the meat only? You need to get everything, so that it's easier to pour the soup into the dish. Could I eat straight from there? If you want, no one will forbid you, of course. And you know, I just want to take the chopsticks. Yes, and use them. What is it? Interesting. I think so I'll try. It seems to me that if I eat from the pot, it will be tastier. Yes, I also thought about it, but I like to divide this meal into 2 parts. I got it. I call this the essence of Sherpa, because this is the whole thing that I like. To be honest, I like this kind of food, which you shouldn't not just eat, but do something with it. Perhaps you are right. I want to ask something. And then the whole thing we are pouring in keys again.
Так, а потом это все мы дело переливаем в кисю.
Вот так.
Here, like this. We, how to say, as to say, the advertisers. I have divided the Sherpa by layers. Yes, yes, yes. Found the target audience. Here we go. Let's go. Vegetables are enough, and this is also fresh. So, balanced breakfast for us, I guess. For Bukhara residents, this is lunch.
Действительно согревающее.
Я, конечно же, успокоился по поводу того, что...
Really warming. Certainly, I'm more relaxed about the fact that we did not get the Alaska Samsa. I may be projecting myself ahead, but I would also like to try the Bukhara pilaf. You told us about it. I honestly do not imagine either the Samsa or this dish. And I think both of you could surprise me. I didn't know what to expect when we arrived in Bukhara. And I don't even know what to expect next. Because Bukhara itself strikes me with its architecture. What about its food? Well, it is just driving me crazy. So I will rely on your program. As though I do not speed things up, but what's next? I mean, I honestly don't even want to guess. It seems to me that if we ask now, he will tell us everything, and we'll be like, okay, we know everything now. I warned you that we will walk a lot. Therefore, we need to prepare precisely for this kind of travel. We'll go through the whole old city. We'll get to the bazaar. Let's see what kind of oriental sweets are available today. Let's try. We'll treat ourselves. I think you'll get presents for your relatives. Oh, well, let's go to the madrasa. I told you about it. It's over there where the Firebirds are. Yes, the Nordir Divan Begi Madrasa, construction of the 17th century. On the road, after all, I recommend to visit the Eastern Bukhara Sage, a hero of numerous tales and anecdotes, that same friend of your older Kosi. Oh, I'm just going to tell you a fable when we get there. As a kid, I used to read instructive stories. Oh, by the way, we can now see the groom and the bride. Bukhara weddings are a whole thing in and of themselves. I hope the beautiful bride is not as cold as we might think.
Надеюсь, красавице невесте не так холодно, как нам может показаться.
Oh, look, we're in jackets, but that's in a dress.
Видал?
Agreed. Did you see? And this is the monument. Yes, this is Hoja Nasser, Bukharan wise man. Shortly, an interesting thing. A polished back of a donkey is polished by the children. Parents make them sit in the company Nasser in order to take a picture as a souvenir. I also have a lot of these photos, because when I weighed a little less than 90 pounds, I could afford to sit with Nasser. Now, of course, it's impossible to do so. I want to put my hand. Be careful, he bites.
90 килограмм я мог позволить себе посидеть на середине. Сейчас, конечно, невозможно сделать. Он кусается, осторожно.
And here in the center, there is also the sun. Sun, sun, sun. And it's interesting, can I go there? At least in one of them. This is a madrasa, an educational institution, and this is called hujra, rooms, the students who studied here.
Это называется худжры, комнаты студентов, которые обучались здесь. что-то самое близкое по смыслу слову кельи, да, наверное.
Bukhara, along with the other 6 cities, has a prefix, sharif, noble.
Благородное. Всего 7 городов.
Only 7 cities in the world have such a prefix. Now I'll start listing. This is Mecca, Medina, Jerusalem, Baghdad, Cairo, Bukhara, and one more city, and Mazal Sharif. All the cities have a Sharif prefix. Mazal Sharif is known to everyone. We are in Bukhara Sharif now. Construction was completed in 1127. When? 1127. So it's older than Moscow. It is older than Moscow. 1127. Yes, the year 1127. Since 1127, it stands in this place. I wouldn't be able to tell when the construction started, however, as the foundations for the minarets were probably laid much earlier. Yes, because it was ripening. It stood up, as they say, because all this large-scale construction was immediately built on it, on this foundation. How? How did they build it in the 12th century?
Сразу на него, на этот фундамент, разумеется, не воздвигали.
Как? В 1127 году построили это. Вот.
Mars, my friend, honestly, you surprise me very much. After all that we experienced in Bukhara, after all the kilometers that we traveled, you still have the energy to play the piano. Of course, I am really fascinated by the magic of the East. It just brings me closer to the beauty of things and makes me become a part of it. I cannot express it with words, I can only play it. But, you know what, let's rather chat. Looking at the clock, I can tell that the day is ending, which means that we probably can now sum up the results of the day. Honestly, I'm very interested in what your impressions are, about what I have prepared for you today and whether I managed to impress you guys and deliver.
Показать и донести.
Что по программе?
About the program, everything was just perfect. I think even when you drove us, it was simply magical, starting with the minaret, ending even with our dinner. Everything was at the highest level. The tea, too. It would be worth noting. Well, thanks. For me, it was a discovery. Actually, this is not thanks to me, but this is thanks to Bukhara. The most important thing is that everything was so close to each other. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And what do you think? I cannot think, honestly. I was so impressed. I was very impressed from the very beginning. We, however, arrived late. I did not see anything, fell asleep, but when I woke up, it was a wonderful hotel. Then such an excellent view from the window and all this architecture. I just loved it. And in front of us is a blacksmith and knives. This is also part of me now. Well, one last question. When I go to the performances that I like, from the very beginning, I'm already sad to know that they'll end. Did you feel something similar in Bukhara? Do you want to return, sit on warm days, any other time? Are you in love with it now? Certainly, of course. Honestly, I do not believe that Tuesday is already over. I'm already thinking about bringing my parents and my loved ones here, because I believe that everyone should get in touch with the history of the past. Just reading it is not enough. To see and be present with this history is quite another thing. It is clear, thank you. I am very touched with your words. Tomorrow there will be another interesting walk with you in Samarkand. Yes, I will show you the way. We are waiting. What did you prepare for us? Here. Now, let's enjoy our trip.